In your opinion, Jeff, I want to ask you, what comes first, hyperinflation or revolution?
So, wow. Just that.
I'm starting the morning off with
just
yeah.
that. So I think what people miss here is what came first, chicken or egg. The lower interest rates for the last 30 years and constant lowering of interest rates, manipulating interest rates down, that caused debt additions, more and more debt, that caused we can't pay that debt, was all caused by technology. And technology is moving faster and faster and faster. And on the other side, central banks are caught in a trap trying to make prices go up. So technology brings prices down, central banks are trying to make prices go up, because if the system fails, it fails spectacularly. And so if you think about, a lot of people measure inflation from a zero rate. You shouldn't be measuring inflation from a zero rate, right? Because technology, it's probably been -3 or 4%, maybe 3% for the last 30 years, or 1%, 2%, and now it's going faster and faster. And so what's happening is, mathematically, the money that printing, money that you're making up, is actually pushing into these prices. And people talk, remember, 500 trillion or 500 billion used to be a lot, and there were marches on Wall Street. And now you're talking tens of trillions of dollars, and there's no marches. And tomorrow it'll be a lot more, because if that stops, the entire thing resets. So you're getting further and further out on a curve, and the tail risk is not what people think. We are in a massively deflationary macro trend. Rates are going down. There is going to be constant easing forever. And because if rates go up, the entire thing unwinds to the ground. And that is I wish I wasn't saying this. It's a terrible thing to say, but it's also true. And I keep asking myself, technology is supposed to free our time. Why are we living in a world where we're corrupting money? And if we have corruption in the base layer of money, we have corruption everywhere. And so everybody's on this hamster wheel, working harder and harder and harder to try to keep up with this hamster wheel, and it's killing your time. And so for me, when I saw Bitcoin and everything else, and I think Bitcoin is actually the best potential for an easier transition. I care a lot that people get through this, because everything else, including all the other coins, will be centralized. And if you think it looks bad now, imagine going into the future with artificial intelligence, robotics, and centralized control of the state. There is no free market, and somebody can change their mind and remove your freedoms like that. If you want to grow up in that type of society, that's where this path takes us, and Bitcoin is exactly the opposite. So
That's a jukebox, Jess.
This over there, yes, the jukebox.
That's it.